these shorts.
Good morning everyone, welcome to another vlog here on the World of Coasters. You join me and Louise as we have come to the largest park in the UK, Alton Towers, which come on a little impromptu trip. Literally, this is a day trip for us. Yeah, which we never do. Like, I just want to say as well, if I look tired, I've just finished night shifts this morning. I literally was working from 9:20 at night till 5:40 in the morning and literally came straight here. Had like a few hours of sleep. But yeah, it's about 190 miles for us to drive here, so we just wanted to get here because chances are we won't come here for a proper visit for a couple of months, I'd probably say. Probably the end of April, beginning of May. We do have big plans for May, which is why we might not be able to come here. But like I say, we just wanted to come out and experience a new ride. It is a Sunday today. And if you can't tell already, we're heading towards the new attraction for 2022, which is Alton Manor. So I'm hoping crowd levels are a little bit quieter today, mainly because it's a Sunday, the clocks went forward this morning.
And the weather has just stopped raining.
Yeah, it's not forecast to rain now, but we seem to always bring the rain with us. But yeah, we've decided we're going to head over to Alton Manor first because we're both excited for it. We've heard really good things. Haven't spoiled this one. The only thing I've spoiled is the pre-show because I watched the vlog.
We were gutted that we didn't come on the opening day.
We were a full pile, weren't we?
Both free, and it just like the atmosphere apparently was amazing here.
I mean, yeah. But yeah, hopefully the queue isn't too long for Alton Manor. It might even be open. Yesterday they had real issues with it, didn't they?
Yeah, it was closed.
It was closed for most of the day. Open for about an hour, I think. But yeah, really excited to get back on park. We love Alton Towers. We're going to have a look around the Gloomy Wood, all of the new area of Gloomy. It's still called Gloomy Wood, but all the refurb they've done. We'll have a look at Sub Terra, which has been a lot of work on. Yeah, and of course Nemesis is having its retrack this season, so we'll go have a look at that. Obviously all the track is gone, but Louise is just saying.
But the ride doesn't open until 11, I assume.
Yeah, apparently they have one side of the falls on now. Hopefully we'll go on this day. Park hours are 10 till 5, so a pretty good day for a weekend. It is quite quiet at the moment.
This is probably the last time we're ever going to do a take trip to Alton Towers.
Yeah, I can't say we're going to make a habit of this. It is quite a drive. And like I say, I'm going to be pushing the 24-hour plus day by the end of this. So one of the best things about coming to a park at the start of the season is seeing all that's new. It's new, that's why. So there was a truck there before, but it was kind of like rusting in place, so they've replaced it.
This is brand new.
A brand new post, that one post. But yeah, we'll have a look around the park. There is quite a lot that's changed throughout the closed season, as always. But yeah, there's been a lot of work around here. I know the runaway trains had some paint on it. So let's go have a look. Right, well, it's very quiet around here at the moment. I'm like, are we missing something, Lou?
Everyone's waiting at the new ride, aren't they?
I guess so. Yeah, runaway trains had a little bit of paint on it around the edge. Just looks a little bit fresher.
I like it. It makes it pop.
Katanga Canyon and Gloomy Wood first opened in '92, so it's good to see they're investing in the whole area. Oh yeah, it was a very good year, 1992, and I was born, so here we go. We've got some new signage dotted all over. Katanga Canyon, population 1992 humans, 1 giraffe, 2 elephants and 4 zebra. I like that.
But no KFCs.
No, it's just pizza and pasta now, of which I will just say, that pizza and pasta is now 17 quid. Why is it so quiet along here, Lou?
I reckon everyone's over there.
Look at
the smoke.
I'm wondering if, like, it's going to be busy down here, but I'm wondering if it's either not open or everyone's like, I'm not going here first.
I'm scared.
Let's get down there. Oh, it appears to be open. Loving the smoke effects around here. Now guys, with this ride, they've been really strict, no filming on ride. I could probably get some pre-show. I am. I really want to see the pre-show. Like, it's a rolling pre-show. If we can stop in the queue and watch it, we will. I've only seen the pre-show and a bit of the queue, which the queue is, they've redone the whole queue. So this is all the old queue, which on opening day, this was queuing. Yeah, I know. This queue was queuing out the front. Look at this.
They've still got their entertainers though.
I love the Alton Manor sign here. It just really completes the area. Yeah, it's nice and quiet around here. Obviously this is one of the higher cap rides in the park, so it really can eat the crowds up. Have a look at this old Doom and Sons hearse here. I think this was from inside the ride in Duel in the garden scene.
It smells like old things.
It does.
They've got that old...
It really looks good. I'm loving that they've got rid of the crypt. They've actually turned the crypt into the entrance of the ride, which, like before, it kind of didn't have an entrance per se. It was just like you went through. But yeah, I am loving what they've done to the front. They've just kind of dulled it down, but in a tasteful way. I love what they've done here. This entrance is so good.
Morning, having a look at the house, are we?
Yes, we are.
It's a beautiful property. Thinking of making an offer, give my mobile a call.
Oh, sure.
So into the queue we go. They've restored a lot of the queue. Like I say, it used to just go in this old bit. However, the new bit isn't actually open today. It's quite quiet in this area. But yeah, all of this used to be abandoned. They've done it all up because it did have a long queue. There are some really cool tombstones along here. All been renovated. They've got a lot of like ones that are for old rides. There's a Charlie Bucket one, Ripsaw one. Yeah, it's just, I'm really excited to get on this, guys. You've got some of the backstory on signs. Sad thing is, because there's not really a queue, we're not going to be able to read the backstory.
On the 31st of December, 1892, Mr. and Mrs. Alton held a party to celebrate the turning of a new year. However, on the final chime of midnight, the manor appeared to be struck by a storm of supernatural proportions. All known occupants of the house perished. That is, aside from the owner's only child, Emily, who to this day remains unaccounted for. The house has stood uninhabited ever since.
Father, please may I go to the party?
No, you may not. Now get to your room, you wretched little creature.
Pretty awesome pre-show. Right, so we've just come off our first ride of the Curse Alton Manor. What did you think of that, though?
I was very scared.
I was really impressed with that. As you saw the pre-show,
We should
very
see
good.
our photo, like, we didn't buy it so you can't see it, but it was a picture.
It was just like, I think it was really well done. Like, there was a lot of people, or a few people were saying it wasn't that good. I think it was, considering it was only closed for 6 months for its refurbishment, I thought it was really good.
I can imagine if the effects aren't working, maybe the
it's kind of like,
desired feeling isn't the same,
they-
but all the effects appear to.
there are still some blank walls, which Merlin are very good at, but like, it's got a good level of theming inside. What's your overall opinion, though?
It's got Nina. I would give that a solid 8 out of 10.
Yeah, like, I think
Not
it
my
might be.
favourite ever, but I really did. Some of the bits did scare me, and I was immersed.
It's such a good upgrade on Duel. Has some really good jump scares in it. Like I say, for young children it might be a bit scary, but I think they've got the balance just about right. It's not like made to jump like out your your seat, but the scares are like, oh, it lights up then.
Yeah,
But yeah,
just throw you off,
just
yeah.
really well done. Anyway, as Louise was saying, it's actually starting to gain a little bit of a queue now. So we got on that just at the right time, I think. We will come back on this later. But yeah, a really good ride. I'm very impressed with the Curse of Alton Manor. Anyway, looking at the Coach House Confectionery
We're not
now.
getting anything, but I
This
just
used
thought
to be
it was good.
it used to be Nitrogenie. It's been closed for a few seasons, this one.
Well, it was called Spook something, and I feel like that wasn't open for very long.
No, I don't think it was open at all. But yeah, look, some good.
That's all the freak shakes up there. They look good.
Must admit, we will have to try it at some point, but not on this trip. But yeah, good cakes here. And one thing I was saying, was this the one from the ride? No, it's not. It's not the one from the ride because that's still in place in the garden scene. So yeah, like, hats off to Alton Towers there. They've done a really good job with that. That's put a smile on my face.
I really enjoyed that.
I did
don't
enjoy
think
it.
I showed my true emotion in the previous clip. I did really enjoy that. It really threw me off balance, and it's great. It's really worth.
There's a lot of Easter eggs as well in it
Yeah.
for like old rides and all that. Like here's one here, Wardley Estate Agents
And we all know
for John
who that
Wardley.
is.
And there was one, oh here we go, Sparks Estates. They were one of the special effects companies that worked on the special effects of the original Haunted House. One thing I really loved, they had the flume duck in there.
See, I never got to go.
You
to
never
the
saw
tower,
it, so-
I unfortunately
so
never rode that ride.
If you ever rode the flume back in the day, it would jump out in the dark tunnel. It was like a jump scare.
Was it scary?
Well, it's
Because
like-
its eyes were popping out.
No,
on there.
they've dressed it up a little bit, but yeah, it used to jump out and go quack, 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 quack. But it was in the ride, which is quite interesting. And I have just noticed, Lou, there's a member of the Phalanx who've just walked past with a bin bag. So they've got Phalanx entertainers out at the moment around Nemesis and Sub Terra, which is where we're heading now, just to have a look at what's going on. Right, so as we approach the Forbidden Valley now, there is one thing missing, Lou, the roar of a B&M. The Phalanx is behind us, the Phalanx bin man. But yeah,
It doesn't want to be called that. The Phalanx bin man.
but yeah, Sub Terra here has had a lot of work done to it over the past season, I want to say, but like it's definitely going to be coming back in some way, shape or form. I don't think Merlin would pump money into the facade and doing it all up. Plus there's this, well no, he won't know anything, it'll be fully classified. But they put this viewing platform up, which I think that's going to be an extension queue, which goes and looks over the site of Nemesis. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens over the next few months with this. I think, to be honest, what they've done is they didn't want the limelight to be stolen away from Curse of Alton Manor, so they're going to hold off on this one. But there's no way this isn't coming back in some way, shape or form. You know, it's got a whole new queue. Yeah, this is all open. It's still got work to do, but you know, like things like painting the outside, you know, it just looks really good. And the fact that we do have the Phalanx out here.
Will it open with with Nemesis Reborn?
I think it's going to reopen this season. As a bit of like a hype for Nemesis. So we know it's getting retracked this season. The members of the Phalanx out at the moment, guarding the entrance. So yeah, this viewing platform goes all the way around to Nemesis and heads back. The music is still on at the moment, which is nice because I think we'd really miss it if there was no music. But yeah, Lou, there's no sound of that B&M roar.
Oh, no.
We're not the biggest fans of Galactica.
I thought you were going to say Nemesis then.
No, I love Nemesis.
Because they love
No, Nemesis is literally the best coaster here in my opinion. Like it's close between this and the Wicker Man, but this one has it for me.
I prefer the Wicker Man, but that's just because we came on opening, like the soft
Soft
opening, and
opening
it
of
was just
Wicker
such a
Man.
lovely memory.
It was. Yeah, but the viewing platform, as you can see, comes all the way out here and heads back. Some people have said, like, oh, is it going to be an upcharge to view this? No, it's definitely going to be part of the queue, just so you can overlook Nemesis. Yes, it's so weird to see this coaster closed, and it will be a hard season not riding this. But when we come back in 2024, riding.
When's it set to open, like?
Well, it doesn't have an exact date, but 2024. We've still got all of it. Yeah, so that's just like one of their sign-up QR codes. Just gives you a newsletter. They've used promotional pictures from the videos and the closing day of Nemesis. The fence is probably a good 8 foot tall. I could not reach over that. Yeah, all is quiet. Nah, you might be able to see stuff on the monorail, but yeah, I'd like, you know,
Galactica, but obviously not done.
it's good to see they're pumping money into this. it's almost like someone at Merlin has gone, these rides are good and they need, so like obviously the Haunted House and Katanga Canyon 1992, this was 1994, so they're kind of working their way around the park, doing it up. Like, it'll be great to see Nemesis here for another 30 years when it's refurbished. I look very much forward to what they're going to bring.
In your opinion, what needs an overhaul next?
What, other than Nemesis?
In Alton Towers, yeah.
I'd probably say the X sector needs a little bit of work.
I think Galactica just needs to bin, in my opinion.
Yeah, like it is.
I feel like I could go on it today just because I want to see what's over there, but we'll see. Definitely not.
See, the other thing is there's no construction as of yet of Project Horizon over by the dungeons. That should be Secret Weapon 9 there. It's nothing fully confirmed, but it's like very much hyped to be an indoor roller coaster. That'd be cool to see. But yeah, if I had to choose an area that needed to be done up next, it would be X Sector. I feel like they started with the Smiler when it was like the Ministry of Joy. I feel that they should have incorporated that into the whole of the X Sector.
Oblivion, yeah.
Oblivion needs some TLC, but as you said with Galactica, if there's one secret weapon that I could get rid of, it would be Galactica. Not the biggest fan of them B&M flyers. So having a look at the Nemesis creature, you can just about make her out through there. I wonder how much work will be done to the station. You'd like to think that the Nemesis alien will see a full refurb for her big reopening. Like, I feel with Nemesis, Merlin will do this roller coaster justice. It is a legendary roller coaster. This coaster is like, it's world class. This is one of the very few coasters in this country that we have that is world class. It's just a really good solid layout and it's known throughout the world, so it would be nice if they did it, yeah, just do it justice and give it a good re-theme story. I'd love to see a pre-show. Yeah, I don't think we're going to go on Galactica, are we? Maybe later? Definitely, nah, definitely not. I do not enjoy that one at all. Well, one thing we won't be doing today is the Sky Ride, as it is still having its winter maintenance. There is a lot of talk about Alton Towers hopefully planning within the next 5 or 10 years to become a 365 resort, meaning it would be open all year round, which would be really cool to have a big park open all year round. But then it's not unheard of. You think like the Efteling, Disneyland, you know, a lot of the European parks are open 365.
They definitely have quieter spells, but...
Well, yeah, like they would still have to have their maintenance on rides and all that. But, you know, I just think it would be awesome to get this park 365. So, yeah, hopefully that will come to be. So we are doing our best to skim around the edge of the gardens. So, yeah, if you're quite a newcomer to Alton Towers, you might get lost in the gardens quite easy. We used to do it quite often, didn't we, Lou? We'd go down and end up going through the middle.
Yeah, we'd like make a thing of it, but it just takes up too much of our day.
Yeah, I mean...
to dedicate it to the rides, because we're not locals.
I mean, after a while as well, you kind of learn there are routes around. Like, not many people know about this one, because there's a path that heads past the Haunted Hollow and goes around towards the Wicker Man. But if you just go down the stairs, there's like a little like furrow thing, isn't there? If you follow this path, it kind of skims along. It skims along the edge of the gardens, goes past the conservatories, and then you come up towards the towers without having to go too far down. Because if you go down the hill, my God, yeah, it is a mission getting back up.
They need to have a Sky Ride route down there.
They need like a hill train or something there.
Yeah.
But yeah, Alton Towers is known for its sheer size, and it takes a lot of people by surprise. You will do a good like 5-10 minutes walk between areas. Like, you think we've left the Forbidden Valley, we're heading over towards the Dark Forest now. That's probably a good 10+ minute walk. But yeah.
Definitely get your steps in.
Oh yeah, definitely get your steps in. I'm going to be huffing and puffing quite a lot. So we have decided that we're going to go over to Gangster Granny the ride, as it's advertising as 0-minute queue. I don't know whether to believe that or not.
What land is it in?
Williams World, as we call it. They should rename it Williams World.
Get changed.
Yeah, but I was just saying, I was like, I wonder what the queue is for Gangster Granny, because it's now going to be the forgotten dark ride.
Yeah.
Still a very good dark ride, but it's like, by comparison, on a much smaller scale. It's over at the back of the park, and obviously everyone's going to Alton Manor at the moment. Another great dark ride the park has, Hex. I imagine that'll be open. We'll have to go on this one at some point. Probably one of the best for Cobra Madhouses out there. Just a great theme. And it's in the Towers, which is where we absolutely love. as we approach the world of Walliams, or Walliams
No,
World.
it's Walliams World.
Walliams World. Where we have a look at the Alton dungeon here, which I wonder how much longer this is going to last though, especially with Project Horizon being approved now. So Project Horizon was approved now. It's going to be a massive indoor, well, it's been speculated to be a roller coaster, but it's going to be through here. So in a couple of years' time, probably 2025, we'll be walking through there to an absolutely huge warehouse. And it does make you wonder how much longer the dungeons is going to be here for. As you know, it's quite a big dark ride in there, and it's never overly busy. Like, I wonder if they would get rid of the upcharge for this. But yeah, I just feel that this is a wasted dark ride now. Anyway, where we're off to now is the world of David Walliams, which, like I say, why isn't the Walliams world? It's a really well themed area. Obviously, it was meant to open in 2020. It didn't because of the pandemic. And to open in 2021. They've still got the street performers out, which is good to see. As in the past, Merlin have been very good at like having stuff for the opening year and then getting rid of it. You know, they've had these guys here since the beginning. It's just the beef eaters and Raj's assistant for the shop. They're just standing out there. Yeah, it's really quiet over this side of the park. Also got the Flavo's Fabulous Fandango Sizzler. No, that used to be a theatre, so that's where they had Ice Age 4D. I imagine it's just staff area, but it used to be the Ice Age 4D cinema. There's a magic show. Yeah.
Something in there.
I feel that, like, with this area, they do need to get rid of the Cloud Cuckoo cars or incorporate them in because they kind of just don't fit. Yeah, it's really quiet around here. Like, look at this though. Considering it used to have all of this area as queue, they reduced the queue down at the end of last season because it was a bit unnecessarily long, wasn't it? Though. Yeah, Wallibum's Way, but yeah, look, absolutely no queue for this. Like, literally, it's not even queuing inside. So yeah, this is gonna be next up. So yeah, you enter into the Gangster Granny ride, but yeah, Cloud Cuckoo's driving school is still in this area. They just kind of hide it behind bushes. So I don't think it'll take much to incorporate it into the world of David Walliams. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be waiting long for this one at all. So a nice quick ride on Gangster Granny, the ride there. I do think that is a really solid dark ride. It's like...
The kids love it.
It is
like it's got the gags in there.
Yeah, the fart jokes. Yeah,
Luke just laughs.
big into my toilet humour, let's just say that.
Big into toilets.
But yeah, I just think that's a really well done ride, considering how small the show building is for it. It's just...
My favourite scene is in the vault scene. I won't give it too much away, but it really uses the space very well.
Yeah, very, very well. The only thing is, after riding Curse at Alton Manor, it's very slow paced, that one, in comparison. Yeah. But yeah, they're starting to get a good lineup of dark rides here. Obviously, you've got that, you've got Curse at Alton Manor, Hex, Sub Terra could be coming back later in the season, and Project Horizon coming in the next couple of years. You know, there looks like there's going to be a good selection of indoor rides here. Anyway, we're heading over into the Dark Forest now. Louise wants to get on 13 because I don't think we rode it last season, maybe once.
No, because
it broke down.
Yeah, and then the queue is insane for it.
I think it's about 40 minutes. We'll have a look. We're heading over to the Dark Forest now. It'll be our next stop. So as we enter the Dark Forest now, I've noticed they don't have a lot of the music on today, like the area music. I noticed it seems to be quite a bit quieter around the towers. I don't know whether that's for any specific reason. But yeah, crowd levels have kind of mellowed out a bit. This is a busier area of the park, so it's kind of like a dead end. You have to come back. You can walk down towards the towers now. Yeah, but let's have a look how long 13 is. Maybe get Rita. I'm not overly fussed by Rita. You know our opinions on Rita. It's an alright ride, nothing special. Well, the entrance marquee to Rita has seen a bit of a repaint this season. Kind of looks more like it did back in the days of it being Rita Queen of Speed. Kind of like it. It looks just like it's got a bit more colour to it than before, which is nice to see. They're advertising that as a 45-minute queue, and it's only queuing after the outside the cattle pen area, which is what I call this area. So there used to be 2 shops in this area. Yeah, 13 shops been shut for ages. So the 13 shop was this warehouse container here, and it's a bit like the Swarm shop. We saw the Saw shop reopen at Full Park, but I don't understand why these retail outlets are shut. You know, they're good little areas to sell, and there's, like I said, there's no shop in this area at all. But up next is going to be 13. It's advertising an hour queue, Lou. God, we're just going to bite the bullet because Louise really wants to go on this one. It's one of her favourite rides on the park. It's 13. So it's advertising an hour queue, but I'm not entirely sure that's going to be the case. Like, it's normally a long one, this. But like, if I had to gauge it off a Rita's queue, I'd probably say we're looking at more like half an hour. It all depends on whether it's using this first cattle pen through here. I can see people. I think we are going to be waiting quite a while for this one. It doesn't make a lot of sense really, because this one, I'm pretty sure had like 3 or 4 trains. General knowledge along here, or some trivia along here, should I say? Yeah, I think we're going to be waiting for this one. It has a long queue. And I don't understand why. I'm not the biggest fan of this one. I don't know why it gets such a long queue, but yeah.
It's not as scary looking as that one.
There's the old Alton Towers down there. They kind of made it more visible. Yeah, I guess so, but like, yeah, we're probably looking at a good 40-45 minutes for this one. But it's up next, it's 13. Well, we waited 50 minutes in total for a ride on 13. Had quite a good ride on it though. Yeah, I know. Like, they've changed a little bit the exit there. They've kind of made the old exit. They've reopened.
The fast track is like confusing.
They've reopened the bag hold, which is good. It kind of helps capacity, but they're only running 2 trains on that. It really does struggle with the 2 trains. I think you could do like 3 or 4. I think 3 is what it's got, but yeah, only 2 trains running today, so a bit longer queue. We're going to head down towards the Wicker Man, that sort of direction. I don't think Wicker Man will be our next ride. We're going to stop off and have something to eat, and then go from there, probably to the Congo River Rapids, the runaway train, and back to Curse at Alton Manor for a second ride. So Roller Disco is now gone, and there's some picnic benches in its place. When it comes to crowd levels today, I think it's not a bad day crowd-wise, considering it's a weekend, is it though? What are you looking at? That's always been there. Nowhere, it's just a pathway to nothing. I think it's access to the gardens. Well, once upon a time they did have plans for a big wooden coaster that actually used the valley. It would have had one of the tallest drops on a woody in the world.
What are these for?
They're for lights to go on, so these will one day have lights on them, like the bunting lights around by Duel. As I said earlier, there is a lack of audio today. Where's the audio, Lou? They just need some of the Towers music. It's just a bit dead today. I don't know whether they're off on purpose. That's better. There we go. So after a quick stop off for lunch, we're just going to have a quick look at the Wicker Man shop. We're not going to go on the Wicker Man now. Well, I would, but you don't want to.
I would.
Oh, let's see. How long's the queue then? The queue is advertising 40 minutes. Well, we said we're going to go on the Congo River Rapids, runaway train, and then Curse, and then come back to this. But yeah, we're going to have a quick look at the shop first. See if there's anything new on offer. We will have a look in Towers Times, that's a fan site. Towers Street at the end. Yeah, the GCI winning from 2018. Towers Trading, that's the one. Towers Street is the name of the area.
Lou!
Oh god, I've got to see now.
Oh my god.
Yeah, 2018 GCI Woody here. And it is one of the best coasters here. Celebrating 5 years, get yourself a bit of ride wood. 35 quid, it is a bit steep. In my opinion. I know you get annual pass discount. We've got some new pins. I do like them. I like the wooden ones over this side. And one thing that I did say to you, Lou, that I really liked, I saw this in someone's vlog, these are pen pots. And we need a pen pot. So, yeah, I think I might do. That might be a treat to ourselves. Other than that, it's all pretty standard stuff in the Wicker Man shop. We'll have a proper look later when we come through the exit. Do love this shop, fully themed. Some more of the new signs as we go to Katanga Canyon. Funny enough, they're advertising you to turn right at Alton Manor, which would take you through the area that goes to the accessible Congo River Rapids. Well, I personally say this is the quicker route, if I had a guess. So we're going to go around this way because we want to go on Congo River Rapids to see if the waterfalls are on. Well, the ride's running, and one side of the waterfalls, although there is a new announcement that was like playing. Like, I like that. It has like a narrator almost. Yeah, but it didn't say
Time
please
to
rate.
put your skills to the test. The Congo's giving us everything she's got.
Plus,
Except the waterfalls.
I do like how they've remixed the sound for this. Like, it's had the same soundtrack for years, this area. And it's a bit of a remix this year. I do like what they've done to it. It's much more upbeat. Yeah, it's going to be next up, guys, Congo River Rapids. The Congo River Rapids has had some TLC this season, as you saw with some of the theming. New fencing has been put in areas. So it's good to see. So with a ride on the Congo River Rapids down, it's alright, it's a bit tame at the moment, I think.
It just makes me laugh with the audio because it's set up for the waterfalls.
Yeah, I know, it's like...
Which is a good sign.
Yeah.
They're coming back.
But it was just like, Congo's going to give you all she's got. It's like, nothing.
And it's just silence.
Yeah.
There's like no audio, no
We were
nothing.
just laughing. Anyway, we're going to head over towards Cursor Alton Manor. Get a second ride on that, yeah?
Yeah.
Looking very much forward to getting back on that, because it's one of those rides that I think you need to ride a few times.
To notice all the details.
Yeah, to notice all the details. And yes, that's going to be our next stop. Well, we've had a couple of rides on the Cursor Alton Manor there,
Back to back.
and it definitely gets better with each ride, in my opinion.
Well,
Like-
we're starting to notice what effects are working and which aren't.
Yeah, there are a couple of effects not working today, which is a little bit of a shame because this morning they were working.
But I'm glad we saw it.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
I assume all of it working, obviously.
I think there was one or two things that weren't working, like the marionette bit. That definitely
Yeah.
wasn't working because just wasn't moving. But yeah, it's definitely a solid dark ride. It's so good. You can ride it again and again and again and notice new things.
It's
and
packed, isn't it? Apart
mean-
from the beginning bit, which you don't really like.
so I like the grand hall scene, you know, like with the illusion with Emily coming out. But once you go past that, up until like the Trummel Tunnel, it's a bit bland. There's a few blank walls. However, like the attic scene's really good, the final scene's really good, and like I say, the grand hall scene's really good. It is just a bit of a shame about those effects not working. So yeah, the Flume's old trough here. It is great to see the old Flume duck being used after all these years. Like I say, Lou, you never saw
With
it
its
in the
eye
ride.
popping out.
But yeah, I really do enjoy the Cursor Alton Manor. A really good addition. What do you think of it? Like, we probably will do it one more time before the end of the day.
What do I think of it? I really like it. I like all the elements, but it's one of those things they have to keep maintaining
Okay,
it.
here's one question. Best dark ride in the UK? I actually would say yes. Out of all
Yes,
the dark rides in the UK,
actually, it does beat Madame Tussauds Spirit of London, which I do love.
that is a good one, but like as a haunted house goes, it's really good.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not classing Valhalla as a dark ride. That's a water ride in my opinion. Because otherwise, hopefully get on Valhalla later this year because it is doing its technical
Yeah, but we
rehearsals
need
this
to
month.
stay overnight.
Yes, we do. I ain't driving up there for
Train
one
or
day.
whatever back.
Anyway, one sad thing is Wickerman's actually down at the moment, and it looks like people are going out the queue.
Yeah.
So
So there is a queue in there.
Oblivion is advertising a 10-minute queue at the moment, so I think we're heading to the X sector next, but hopefully we'll get on this for the end of the day, as this is probably one of my favourite coasters here. Well, it looks like the stage has made a return for this season, though it's not fully set up yet. But yeah, where are the picnic benches, Lou? Lou was just saying before I started filming. The picnic benches have all been removed.
They've chopped them all up and they're now being supposed.
Hopefully they're going to put them back out, because it was really nice during the spring and summer to have, you know, lunch out there. Behind as well, we've got the Spinball Wizard, which is down for its maintenance. It was open during the Christmas period, so yeah, it was open during So you know they've got to do their winter maintenance at some point, but yeah, that's why that one's down. Right, so we descend down into the X sector now for a ride on both the Smiler and Oblivion. I don't know, do you fancy queuing for a Smiler first?
Depends what the queue's like.
Oblivion is apparently on a 10-minute queue, but I can't see that being the case anymore. Right, so we've decided to go for the Smiler first. The world's first 13 inverting coaster. Yeah, it still holds the world record. And again, it is one of the world-class coasters here. Very underrated. I think a lot of people give this one a lot of shit. But it is a good coaster. It has a little rattle on its last couple of inversions. It's advertised in a 40-minute queue, and I personally don't think it has a 40-minute queue, as it's not really queuing that far. Oh, look at this, you get some awesome shots while showing this one, it gets so close. Yeah, time's gone by, we've queued through all of this.
Like this.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, not a massive queue on this, I reckon about half an hour, it depends on operations. Oh, there it goes. The retro shop for me is mixed bag. I love the theme of them, but I don't like the fairground rides. But they do seem really popular. It's just a shame because like, you've got the Enterprise's former site and Submission's former site, and then previously it was Energizer's former site. They just really got to get some proper flat rides in. But anyway, back to the permanent rides. Not going to turn down a 15-minute queue for Oblivion. I doubt it's even going to be 15 minutes, to be honest. It looks like it might be just really a walk on. Basically just queuing to the top, so yeah, maybe about 5 minutes. Yeah, I do love Oblivion. World's first vertical drop roller coaster. Not exactly vertical, just because of the limitations of the trains back in the day. But yeah, I think this is the next one that needs a bit of TLC. I'd love to see them do some extra bits with Oblivion, but I don't really think it's possible. Oh my god, that one really picks up some pace. Now, I'd be vomiting on that. So, fun fact, for those of you who don't know, originally this ride had 2 queues because it did dual loading. So to increase capacity, you'd have 2 queues for one ride, and it would essentially double the capacity of the queue. But now it's just kind of a free for all which side you go on, as they don't really use the dual loading aspect anymore. It looks like they might have done a bit of cleaning work on Oblivion, but like I say, it just seems very dated. Like, you could use a bit of a refresh. Like, these are the original queue line videos. I'm amazed they're still playing, to be honest, after all these years. Yeah, just like the themes be updated a bit, you know, and a bit more of a story, maybe. Yeah, we're not going to be waiting long at all for this one, guys. This is just queuing up into the station. It's great to get back on Oblivion, near on walk on, and some of the best operations we've seen all day on that coaster.
And we could have rewrote that one.
Like honestly, they literally cleared the queue when we were on it. But yeah, like, it's short but sweet. It's the original. There are better dive coasters out there. Like I love Baron 1898. Been on Sheikra, it's really good. But yeah, it's just because it's the first. I guess it's so good. But yeah, those operations though, whacking the trains on. They got 5 trains running on that. So it's eating up the queue. Anyway, we're coming into the last hour of operations. So what's the time? I think it is, yeah. It's 10 to 4. So we're going to go over to the Wicker Man now, which is, it's got about a 40-minute queue on that. So we're going to do Wicker Man, and then we're going to head back over towards Congo River Rapids, that sort of area. So yeah, once we've been on the runaway train, the likes of that, we will go back onto the Curse of the Were-Rabbit, as I called it earlier by mistake. And Louise,
it's a Wallace and Gromit film, if you're not aware.
I did. I was like, let's go on the Curse of the Were-Rabbit. No, Curse of Alton Manor. That'd be awesome if they did an overlay on that. But Blackpool Pleasure Beach kind of have the IP on that. But yeah, let's get over to Wicker Man. Absolute brilliant GCI. Let's go. GCI winning host of 2018. It's a really good one. Like, it's nothing special compared to a lot of the GCIs, but it is still a very good coaster. Absolutely brilliant theming. That's one thing this gets, is it's got some of the best theming coaster out there. So yeah, it's advertising 45 minutes, and yeah, I can believe that. We're in the Helix. It all depends on operations and if they're running free trains. So we have had a ride on Wicker Man. Back row. Absolutely loved it. It's running a bit slow, to be honest, but then it is quite cold today. There's like 3 minutes left in the day, and we decided to make our last ride of the day. One last ride on Curse at Alton Manor, and then we're going to head out through the Galactica exit.
Let's hope they've got that open.
I'd be surprised if they normally do. God, I'm out of breath from them. We're literally rushing from the Galactica.
Uphill, isn't it, this bit?
Yeah.
Well, this
Not Galactica, from Wicker Man. Yeah, it's going to be our last ride of the day, guys. Right, Phil.
fourth time we went on it.
I mean, yeah, we've had our
We've done
fair share of rides on it. It is 16:57. So yeah, we'll see you after our final ride, give you our thoughts on the day. So there we go, we've had our final ride of the day. We were the last people on it of the day.
Yeah.
Literally got in as they were shutting the door.
They didn't let us watch the pre-show.
We were standing there watching it, trying to film it. It's like, no, we want to shut the ride. But what, like, overall, I've said it before, this is a brilliant addition to the park. Like,
fourth time we've been on it to get
today. There's so much to see, and like honestly, it's one of the best art rides in the country, in my opinion. It does have its black spaces. There's a few areas, but then, to be honest, it's 100 times better than Duel was, which really confuses me because there were people like I've seen on social media saying Duel's better, and I'm kind of like,
yeah, but
how?
are people just saying that for a reaction? Do you ever just think that?
I don't know.
Just want to be different, so they say
I guess, like, yeah, the interactive laser ride's gone, and it will be missed. It's been there for like 20 odd years, as Duel, but it's definitely an improvement. I think definitely a massive improvement. Anyway, guys, the park is now closed. The doors of the manor are closed. We're heading over towards Galactica, hoping that exit is closed. Open, not closed. Open. I've been up for like over 24 hours now. I am throttling energy after my night shift. Got like a 3-hour drive home now. That'd be fun.
And we've got to get dinner.
But yeah, I've like as an impromptu trip. This was literally planned yesterday before I went to work. We were like
yesterday, I got back. Luke had just woken up, and I was just like.
I was like, what are we going to do? Yeah, let's go to Alton Towers. It's kind of like, yeah, it's a long drive, but I'm glad we came. It was brilliant.
Yeah, we have had a good day, haven't we?
Yeah, really good. And it just means that, we've been here at the start of the season, so when things change later on in the season, it's not a big surprise.
That's what I mean. I haven't been watching people's opening day vlogs because I know people are going to be hyping up about the new ride, and I don't like... Luke will tell you, I don't like any spoilers when I go for like a new ride.
Yeah, no, it's one of those things that I will spoil little things. I didn't spoil the ride mainly because you can't get POVs on this ride, but there are people that have.
Yeah, but have good quality on.
Yeah, I don't know. I've not actually watched them, so I don't know. But yeah, I'm really impressed with what Alton Towers has done. We look forward to coming here throughout the season to see what's going to happen throughout the season, especially with Nemesis and Subterra. But yeah, guys, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, hit the subscribe button, and we will see you in our next vlog. Until then, bye!